Hey guys, we're Sikani, and these are our pre-show rituals. I'm Alex.
I'm Mikael.
I'm Kfir.
I'm Adam.
So, one thing that Adam and I actually share together is that we isolate ourselves from pretty much everybody before the show. And while some people may be confused as to why it's actually more towards the fans than us, it's that we really need to kind of get our heads together and just kind of put ourselves in the place to really be able to go out there and give it our best.
We actually don't even talk to each other.
No, we'll start each other and stretch, and it's kind of awkward, but we get used to it after a while. And so in a different way, like for me, I focus a lot on stretching just to be able to avoid the headbang syndrome the next day. So it's a lot of neck stretches, it's a lot of shoulder stretches, really making sure that I don't have to, limp the next day or become the hunchback. And one of the biggest parts, especially for anybody that plays a stringed instrument, bass or guitar, is really focusing on your forearms and your hands and really massaging them and making sure that the blood is flowing and taking the time out to do that. Even if you don't get a chance to physically warm up, just massaging and stretching will really help your performance. So in those tight shows where everybody is just crammed and you don't really have a chance to sit there and just noodle, that is the best way that I can really take some time for myself and ensure that my hands will not crap out on me when we go on stage.
Kind of stole my thunder there. I also run sound for some of the other bands when we perform, and I spend incredibly too much time on my hair.
I know, we wax it every single day before the show.
Every day. Also, I'm the band mechanic, so a lot of times I may find myself underneath the bus or underneath the hood of the bus working on whatever might be broken from the night before.
As for me as a singer, I really, the best way to take care of my voice is to stay hydrated all day. I make sure to drink a lot of water. And like a lot of people I know, they drink rock and roll, alcohol and stuff. We actually do our best to stay sober before the show because
it's not that we do our best, we don't drink ever.
We don't drink ever.
We don't smoke.
We take our music and our art
Seriously.
very, very seriously, and same goes for our fans. We want to give them the best experience. Apart from that, sometimes I do some vocal training.
Usually in the bathroom, it's really strange.
And I too take like 5 minutes before the show to myself, just to get in the zone, so I can deliver the most out of my performance. And that's pretty much it. I also make sure not to eat like in the 2 hours before the show.
And as far as you see, I'm already pre-show right now, sitting with my laptop and this little baby called Push. And usually my ritual is I'm never satisfied with any results that I come up with. So every single time when we have a performance, I think of how to make better performance out of what I got. And as far as me and my function in the band, I pretty much sit down there for hours and just go, oh, maybe this is good for this part, and I figure out the ways to even tweak it harder and more. And then before the show, I make sure, because we had a lot of disasters with technology before, I make sure that when we're on stage, that everything is prepared, everything is taken care of. And then let's say like before, it was because some venues, they only allow a small amount of time to really prepare, to switch gear. I would be really quick, and then my whole gear would be, something would be malfunction, and then you wouldn't be able to, something would go wrong. And now I learned that every time before the show, I take my time. The whole world's gonna wait until everything is ready, because this is the brain of the whole show. This is the music. This is the electronica. This is the lights. This is
It's everything.
the playback, everything. So if this one goes wrong, pretty much this is the click, is the monitoring, and this have to be the most like
Integral part of our
yes,
show.
yes.
And really,
Yeah.
for all of us, doing what we do every single show and making sure that we do our own thing every single show, that routine is what really keeps us all on our toes for each performance.
And also builds a respect for each other, because we realize that we're not here for
not a
beer
party.
and women. We're here for the music.
Yes, performance needs to be stellar for our fans.